Scan K here, and just a quick 3 a.m. guide for pre-season, pre-rebirth guide for quick slash Verity. And yeah, I'm in bed right now. If you could hear the fan, that's alright. A bit of a storm in my area, but everything's okay. Still trucking on December. First, let's take a look at my stats here. 800 strength, X for 250, 210 intelligence. A little bit of HP for 16k. Barrier, not so bad. Not worried about barrier. Mana, would like to get it back to 1.5, but we'll do what we have. Okay. Defense. Gain more. My priority is up on the. I'm actually layered for. First is dodge, of course, as you can see. And it's 2.9. Take 5 of it. Kind of. This is easy to get. Just up your. Just put 20 points on when you get Rune Mastery. You have 20 points. It's really worth it to get to put in the points for block expertise. Don't mind the block chance here, is you can still block. Just block expertise. I only have 15 in fact. But all good. Stagger, I would really love some stagger, to be honest. Rather than just, you know, have stagger. Because us Verity users, Link Slash users, you will get staggered a lot. Especially DPS here. So bad attack speed. I'm not overcapped on attack speed. I'm also not overcapped on critical chance, but that's fine. Critical damage 840. And the usual max 5%, 3% on triple. It's fine. Again, defenses, attack. Orbs are not so good at orbing. I should have at least 50 for every. But as you'll know, I've skipped 3 seasons. I'm a season 1 player. I've skipped 3 seasons here. Lacrima, Watcher Stick, because I focus a lot, and this will be our topic, to be honest. Why I choose and why it's important for quick slash Verity. You have a lot of weapon range, but we'll get to that in a while. I have no decent gloves, so I just slapped on the ever popular Mortal Grasp, or it could be something else, to be honest. I would like to try Achilles, Transcendent Achilles, if you will. Physical damage, hit rate, chance to, whatever. Well, not exactly free to play, because I've spent like 1,000 rubies. I spent money for 1,000 rubies, I mean, to get the Lacrima. This only costs for 200 on the auction house, and then for my lightning sword cosmetic. And anyway, besides that, mostly I've been free to play all my entire December, and I've played quick slash for as long now. Going on to the gear, would have had a better option for but I'll take it. I've vespered this for a dozen times, man. Just no luck, and I just settled for this. Got element damage, which doesn't really help so much. But then again, physical damage. But yeah, I'll take the element damage anyway, because it's naturally just automatically converted to physical. But the scaling isn't. And I didn't need this, but luckily, just in luck. Vertical damage, and then another attack. Dodge for my helmet. Recovery speed. Yeah, long chance. I should change that, by the way. In fact, I'll change it in a bit after this. Hit rate, 2 HP, 24% HP, that's fine. And dodge. I would have gotten. To be honest, I was gonna go if I didn't get this, for example. I'd probably just do a dual off, but luckily, we've got. And I still hadn't crafted this, so we'll see if we can get a good option out of that, or a prefix effect. Moving on to the gloves. This is from my lightning base build before, because I used to bowl with a lot of chains, lightning chain and quick slash. Okay, so it's a total of just as good as a dual off that you use for air with attack speed amplification, blah blah blah. And yeah, for the totem burst, because I used to have a priest mask, which is bugged, by the way. It doesn't give you the max, but it does give you a lot of totems. And before, I used to use punishment node for spec 3. Now I use a different one. So physical damage here. But great. I'm still crafting the perfect dual off glove, or maybe you know get a Hamals or whatever. Transcended the kill is good stats. And anyway, my boots here. Let me explain my boots here. So the day that we all got the free ancient upgrades and holy upgrades from that patch, I love my boots here because yeah, it's a bit old school. Season one, um, melee damage, 4% move speed, hit rate, and damage in the crafting, element resistant crafting, barrier, fire resist, 19 HP, decrease. I'll take that. One thing here is immune to movement speed. So I was sitting, not sure what to do with the other ancients. So I was also big percentage in out of curiosity, you know. And I see the boots. Uh, these were the ones, the top five that I would have gotten better, more. I mean, better chances if I had upgraded anything else. The other ancient I'm still keeping. Um, Also, yeah, and I really just got it. Just slapped it in there. No regrets. Just after I put the gear on enchant for crocos and just hit it like that, and I managed to get 25% damage in it, which boosts me a lot of damage, by the way. And really don't need 1,000 move speed as my blinks. Really do not rely on more move speed. This is for you all to gain a bit of knowledge on quick slash verity. Your blinks have absolutely no gains from move speed. It gains more on attack speed, and the more you overcap it, this I'm not talking about quick slash attack and its capped frames. I'm talking about how fast your blink is, because to be honest, Undecember is a bit more like Diablo 2 than it is PoE. And if Diablo 2 is known for something, rather than its outdated graphics, I mean, sorry, there's D2R. Its outdated engine, if you will. There are breakpoints for in the frame, how many frames you need to have for reach for the stat to actually the frames are translated to speed, so that it also translates to how fast your attacks are. So there are certain skills in Diablo 2 that must reach a breakpoint, and it's similar, very similar here to Undecember, and I wish I had the frame data, because by the way, quick slash clarity really relies on stable and preferably 60 FPS. And yeah, FPS drops really hurt you a lot, by the way. Really hurt you a lot. And like for example, I'm on mobile right now because I broke my PC and I'm still yet to fix it or buy another one. I cannot do 160. My furthest is 162, 160, but my safest is around 155 to of course 160. And right now I've really boosted my stats a lot from the previous week. So I'm pretty sure on PC, with no lag, no FPS drop, I could clear about 160, 162. But we'll see. And moving forward, I keep these two. This I can really replace this. But I just keep these two to have a +4 on chain attack count, not chain. Chain is actually the little sparks you see when every time quick slash lands. Those are the chains, but the chain attack count is different. And what I'm really after is, of course, chain attack cooldown recovery, as you all know, mind you, that the time you awaken, the time you awaken quick slash, verity, by the way, you will get a massive, around, if I remember correctly, I lost 3 million DPS. And this is due to the 1.5 second CD that we are all locked into. But then again, if you, I'm kind of lazy to we'll check that later. If you read the description, the very long description, the only time you'll get faster is when you get kill and consume earth energy. The earth energy that you gain is from unending trial. That is the buff you get for every kill. I'm pretty sure back then it was for each kill, and the next chain attack, you're forced to chain attack the nearest next opponent or enemy. and then your cooldown is lowered. And this is where your force chain attack cooldown recovery is applied. So no matter how much you have here, you won't see that get lowered on your 1.5 block um, cooldown. This will trigger when unending trial, of course, activates and ends, or unends. It's unending trial. I don't know why. Uh, yep, this is where you get it. And for some reason, against bosses, this also kicks in whether or not you gain the kill. But I'm sure as I looked at the description again, it sort of changed, but not. It's about the Earth energy game, but really, if we look at it later again, it's not so much of a big difference. Uh, again, also for saying one-on-one purposes, yeah, this is really good to have. So you have slight pauses in between, and of course, on mobile gaming, for some reason you get an auto attack in there, in between. For PC, not so much. But I've never really tried on PC because it's just way too fast compared to mobile, where I kind of lag in slow mo. Yeah, and of course, by the way, let's go back. I just want to point out that dodge is just way better in general, especially if you're tanking a lot of hits. Dodge, as the game calculates or processes how dodge and hits work. For example, my gaming phone isn't really AAA; it's like a mediocre mid card. So my problem is when it comes to any level of cursed and unique enemies or elite enemies, because for some reason every time those guys hit me, the game processes it. The game process those hits, and there's inner calculations like whether you turn off the damage text, it'll still calculate even though it doesn't echo through the display of things. So having dodge for me is really just saves me 10 to 15 FPS. I shit you not. And yeah, also the more you aim your like for example, I like it better if I'm just manual on mobile, due to the fact that if you leave it in auto and if you're not aiming, the game kind of you know still picks every new enemy on frame with who to really like attack first. So it sort of gives a stutter, and sometimes I just feel that it just stops, slows down my blinks when I'm just supposed to blink right away. This is not regarding whether I'm stunned or not. I've really seen those instances happen, and it's just better to really aim where you're going. And forwards is mostly the best for quick slash because yeah. And anyway, before I get lost into nerdistry here and the nerd stats, where was I? Yeah, dodge is as the game computes, it's null, so it doesn't calculate damage, hit registry, and it just dodge. It nulls everything. And, just really a great this that goes also to block, dodge and block, and then dodge and block are your main layers for me. And, what do you call this? Armor is just another third layer I have because December it's really good to have layers of defense. And yeah, my dodge may not be so much, it might not be overcapped here because you always want to see your caps, and these are the maximums. You always don't want to rely on show current, as that's your base for level 100, but you want to always hold up. You always want to base it on stat instead of skill. Alright, defense, stat, yeah, defense, yeah, stat, skill, okay, skill, I mean attack, sorry. If you base it on stat, because this is where the actual shit is, so you want to be capping. So if you base it here, for example, you're on level 135 and you're not geared enough, you'll be surprised that, oh, I thought my critical rate was 100 already, for the newbies out there. But wait, if I look at here, oh, see, that's based on speed. I'm attack speed here. No, it shows a different. I'm actually 3.94 because the skill here, crits here, are all based on more so your skill, of course. You get me? This does not include your overall weapon attack speed, and just speed in general, and your hit, of course, and then your crit. See here, for skill, I don't know. I have no idea why I have 862. And then for skill, well, maybe, yeah, because it's attack critical damage. See, I have critical damage 40. But, well, you get the idea. And I don't know how to make the long story short. So, my apologies. Again, we tackled that, by the way. Yep. And, just to move on, let's get to skip the... You'll know why I keep this. I could change this, by the way, because I have a better one, but it's 125. It's been so long here. Yeah, I pretty much can get up to 19k HP and probably near 900 because of the percentages, by the way, mind you. And this is a whopping 2% strength plus 41 base strength. I could pretty much hit 900 maybe, but I don't want to equip that. Maybe, let's see. Let's just see. And I'm lagging because I'm recording. And anytime now. Just anytime now, bro. See, I didn't want to do that while I'm recording. Nah, 846 for some reason. I have no idea why. It's still 846. Ah, yes, because stats. There's also stats by percentage. Yeah, and it's better. I just... Oh, 846 is 2% stats. Yeah, I already have stats in my belt. Yes, I forget. 16 stats. Okay, whatever. Let's move on. Oh, by the way, now that we're here, yeah, I should have mauls, but I switched from, again, lightning based chain attacks. I mean chain. I call it chain. Lightning based chain because I used to be. I actually have all the chain rooms upgraded because I'm waiting for the next chain. So lightning chain was a big fan of it for some time. But I used to have blades of death triggered on my quick slash until I. So when I need Boreal, I would change this caster, go split it back down to 140. No problem. But then again, I still have to find that good. See, medium critical damage, not so much. Need to find the exact stats with the Hamal. But along the way, I'll find that this might probably be one of my best if I had patience, or I would have really just upped that more. The prefixes, maximization challenge, blah blah blah. Damage 55. That ups more hit rating. And, yeah, that's pretty much it. Now I'm gonna go through the relics. Just a quick look at my zodiac. So, yeah, just take a quick look. The only important things I'm just gonna show you because I'm focusing my Verity artwork, and this is also just my opinion on why I use weapon range a lot, is to save me time and just improves blinking and blinking through the maps. Because blinking and blinking without weapon range is just so, or just gathering mobs sometimes, is just so time consuming. To be honest, I save really a lot of seconds and minutes from just prioritizing. Well, not really prioritizing, just having that weapon range. 25% weapon range. See if I'm missing a point here because I don't really need these. Immune to bind, like I have like Shadow Justice, okay. And then the mastery where you drink the enhanced pot and you get free of the crowd control. So, but I used to have a tailcoat armor unique that's crowd control, and that really was awesome. I mean, having quick flash parity and everything that's not used is really good. Yeah, that's not important. What is important to me is this one. In range, weapon range amplification effect 8% damage amplification for every 4 seconds, so I get an extra 25% weapon range for every 4 seconds. Yeah, I'm not able to show that because I just literally logged in just to make this. You need to like get in a fight first, or get in on field in a map or whatever. And yeah, it took the relative attack speed. Yeah, it's kind of mad, but it's kind of just overall. Should take this, remove it now. This, yeah, the downside is physical damage taken over the but that's just nullified by my, and that's why I turned back to the belt, the pyroxene. For every quick slash I do, it actually just gives that damage amp. You might see a typo for pyroxene that says damage taken, but it's actually damage taken dampening. So every blink I get. And yeah, I used to rely on bloodshed as a filler skill, and also to gain more attack speed. But I'm fine now. I think I'm fine now with that. Here I didn't take this because I have terror always up. You'll see that later in as to why. And every node here just leads to damage amplification or melee damage amplification. Not so much, but then again, because I'm wanting that extra weapon range. This is a popular tree here. It's breath, 10% weapon range, monkey arm, plus 3 weapon range, plus 10 equates to around 20%, I think, or 18%, something like that. So that might not seem much, but 9, plus 3 plus 3 plus 3, you get 9. That's a good amount of weapon range, to be honest. And yep, nothing really about this. Yeah, I would like to, make some few adjustments, but we'll get to that some other time. And yeah, last but not least, of course, skills. Skills. Yeah, man's form. Savagery, of course, weapon range, 703 here. Let's see if I was on field, as I mentioned earlier, it would go up to 740 because of the enrage swapping. Yeah, I would have wanted sprint here, and usually you would see I would sometimes swap this, but usually I like because of my playstyle and runes um, traits. I mean, with all the blinking in your face, close quarters combat, I'd rather have this on hit. And of course, there's the dodging, and I get a lot from extra from seal of dodge. And if I switch to area, I used to roll with also. I used to not have Iron Will, but Iron Will is just such an underrated skill, and I gain more. And I want more armor while attacking, so I can get up to 60, 70k or something. And that's just another layer. And here I want to point out that readiness, a lot of people don't see it might not seem so good on paper, but it actually just gives you another whole set of regen on top of your regen from your base regen and your grand approach. And also, the barrier regen might not be so, but it actually just recovers barrier so much. So every time this is used, your barrier shield just re-ups again, and which is good for me because I can just pen slash and then hitting with opponents, I mean enemies, you get the dampening. I could have, just put disarm, but I save my dashes because dashing to enemies is no problem. So don't need disarm here. I'm good even. What? 5.48. I thought it was 3.48 seconds, but I'm not in games. This actually should be 3 point. I'm not sure why, but anyway. And expand vision, of course. Weapon range, nah. I'm about to awaken this shit. There are a lot more better, but I want this one. Let's see, want the damage amplification. That's what I'm after. Could care less about the weapon range, but yeah, it does give me extra, which shoots me up to 1,500. Oh yeah, that's about it. And yes, buff on activation hit. Yeah, I put this because I would have. Why weaken damage? Yeah, because it's just another layer for survivability. I have both regen, totem regen, and HP absorb. Due to the fact that higher chaos dungeon maps, the conditions there for cards, you might get into HP absorb dampening or HP regen dampening. So it's better to just have, one of the other. I used to have vitality recover, but pretty much HP absorb only. By the way, on chaos dungeons I've seen, you always have still have 1 to 2%, no matter how high the card is, and it's minus, and it's dampening. But regen has a lot of dampening on you. So mind that. Yeah, sense effect. Yeah, it sucks here. I want to aim for my guildie. I think his name is Ozama. He's just 540 melee damage amplification with a fucking 5 second cooldown. It's crazy. And same goes with my other guildies and guild leader, which is, yeah, I just don't play much anymore. So, but I still enjoy it. And yeah, for those free to play players wanting to get into Verity, yeah, you'll have high maintenance, and you need to put more than you can give and grind. You just gotta give, And I found there's a lot of ways to build around your survivability. And I used to have also a Thunderbolt, but yeah, just kind of stored it away. Um, my Thunderbolt has been overused and has a lot of what do you call this? Candor. And it's actually 12, 13 Candor success. And yeah, I haven't even unlocked this. So yeah, that's pretty much about it. I mean, that's pretty much it. Yeah, I could also just, this is a reset run by the way. I'll just up that, but I'm thinking of changing that. Nothing real special. This is special, by the way. Um, got this idea from my guildies, by the way. Shoutouts to Uwu. I'm repping Uwu tags all the time. Hit rating dampening, which just increases your chance to dodge, of course, and their chance to miss. Yep, that's really, really good rune, as you can turn this. I don't know what about this. Totem, it has an identity crisis or some sort. It just wants to identify itself as, a seal, so not so bad. He's invited into the seal gang, whatever. And yeah, I don't have convert mana. I shoo away from that tree for the zodiac, as I can manage mana a lot more, and it's not so bad. Of course, I'll adjust to whatever map. Yeah, I'll keep, like, I'll only choose what's important, and if I don't have any mana obstacles on the said map, I'll just turn these on. Yeah, you have striking, dodge, this one and this one and this one. Not so bad. So yeah, I could really just turn this off. This one or this one. Yeah, it's all about just checking the maps. And by the way, yeah, and it's not really so special. Damage amp. It's +1 hit rate. Blah blah blah. I haven't even. Mm, yep, pretty much it. And wars. Once again, yeah, that's pretty much it. And it's 4 a.m. here. 4:11. And I'm still yapping because I redid this video 3 times. It's going into 40 minutes, but I'll edit that out. Oh yeah, this I just messed along with it due to the fact that I have cold damage on my sword, and I like the sound effects. And, yeah, and do I really need this damn pen? Nah. This one though, but yeah, it's wasting my time. I'm gonna take that out actually. Yeah, and that is why I play how I play, and the weapon range is just so important. And I'll by the end of this video, near the end, you'll see why weapon range is very important and how it just saves much time in it. The more weapon range you have with Quick Slash Verity, it just comes out like an AoE and you have the dashes. So it's like having skills like what do you call this? Wheel Slash. It's just pretty much um, AoE stuff. But mind you, again, let me just add another explanation. AoE is based on your weapon's direction, linear direction, because every weapon has a linear direction. I mean, for swords mostly. Not every weapon, mostly for swords, by the way, excuse me. And for daggers, axes, unlike blunts and staves, you have a more radial or circular AoE 360, whatever you want to call it, um, rain attack, by the way, sorry. So that is why it's called area of effect, usually in a circular, not unlike Quick Slash here, is more directional and linear to however the rune skill is designed to hit. Okay, so in a sense, there is an area of effect only limited to how it's designed. Okay, but again, the more weapon range you have, not only does your Quick Slash, the animation of the slash alone, also what the chains, the little sparkles, the chains also benefit from the weapon range. That's why you'll see later on that even if I'm not hitting the enemies away from which my quick slash is directed to, or linear in a linear path to where I'm facing, you'll notice that the chains automatically kind of search for whoever's in that range and or behind that range, and it'll hit that. So in a sense, it's kind of like an area effect. That's why it's so good to have weapon range. And mind you, this is a workaround because it sucks that Warrior Shadow cannot be linked to chain attacks, chain tanks. So when you awaken to Verity, say goodbye to Warrior Shadow. Okay, that's why. Not gonna lie, the other two are a bit just stronger in terms of you know leveling and the time spent and resources, and you will really just have to prepare for um, quick slash Verity, and it's just so scarce still, and I'm still waiting for new items to get for quick slash Verity for the force chain recovery cooldown, blah blah blah. Let's just go over that just for the new ones aspiring to. The most important things here to get, by the way. Where's weapon? Sorry. Is of course your two-handed starter. Well, not your starter really, but this is the second starter. Glimmering point. You'll have this till you're about 90, 90, 90, 100, even 100. Even if you just fresh 100, it will carry you so much. Along with, if you, but I'd rather have this as a lacrima starter. Lacrima. This one, yeah, gives a lot of damage application. And what you see is a 60 force chain tank. So you'll be a lot faster with all that if you stack chain attack. But then again, I mean force chain recovery. If you stack that, then the first really real starter here are the rings. No, not that one because it looks like that one. But this, where the hell? It looks like it looks like spike. It also looks spiky. My bad. My bad. Okay, spiky ring. Link of expiration. Let's see. Very good. +1. It's always a +1, but you can dual equip two the same kind. 9% only. Resource amplification, hit rate. Yeah, good for a starter slash negligible. And once again, the belt and the what do you call this? The necklace. And that's pretty much it. And we've covered the pre-rebirth guide for a free-to-play quick slash Verity user. All right. So once again, this is SKNK.